it's Matt at Thrasher's Get Up Fab Garage. We're gonna keep working on the 32 here, and I've been getting some bunch of stuff done, but it's been off camera, stuff that probably doesn't video so well. But I want to go ahead and walk you around here and show you what we're gonna do on this video, what I've been working on, and talk about what I want to accomplish. Trying to get this thing keep moving forward and trying to get this thing on the ground. So what I've been working on here is, let's see guys, is I got the windshield frame mounted in here, and this is a Jenny 32 frame that I got with the car. It is chrome, it's a little bit beat up. I probably could run it. Well, more than likely have it re-chromed. I'm kind of on the fence right now. I was probably be okay, but I had to fix the hinge here, and I actually drilled through here on accident. So we'll see, but I had to fix the hinge, as I said right there. Let's see, mounted these brackets here, had to move these, just a bunch of stuff to get this to fit, and also did the brackets here, and those were supposed to mount, I think they were up here at one point. I can't remember, but all the chops, everything I had to fix and everything, which is, stuff I did before I really have a YouTube channel. Who knows where they were supposed to be. So I made these brackets here, kind of just spot weld them on. That worked out pretty well. So I got that all done, and moving on, and we're gonna start welding everything together here. All the spot welds that I didn't do for the couple of years I've had this thing. And you can see on this side here, on the driver's side, I do have the sub rail completely spot welded in, done. And I'm gonna leave this, let's see here. I'm gonna leave this loose for now, just because if I need to get in there and work anything, which I probably will have to do, I'll be able to take that out. So that's staying clecoed in, but for the most part, all the clecos are gone. Everything's been spot welded in. And I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the passenger side, do a little work over there, and eventually all of this is going to need to come out and be spot welded in. But in this video, I'm gonna, it's probably not the most exciting stuff to do, but I will put some video up of me doing that. And hopefully at the end of this, we're going to pull this body off the chassis, and I'll be able to finally do all the finished welding on the chassis. I would say my ultimate goal is to get this thing off the table by my birthday, which is February, and have it sitting on the ground. So got a lot of work to do, but it is coming together. I can't believe it's actually to this point. Like I said, it's been just over 2 years since I drug this piece of shit back to Ohio. So pretty happy about it, and we'll keep moving here. I'm gonna set up on the video, show you guys what I'm doing. Like I said, just spot welding here, but we'll get some video of that. Probably not a lot, and hopefully we'll get some video of this thing coming off the chassis. Like I said, I'm going to be working on the spot welds here, so I'll get just set up to show you what I'm working on here. So here is that, and I'm going to start this side. Use the TIG welder on the other side. It seemed to work really well. Didn't have to worry about grinding anything down, and this is a 16 gauge to 16 gauge, so I used the TIG on that. So I'm going to do the same over here and get this welded in. When I did get back to here, I was struggling a little bit with the TIG. I wanted to just burn away. This extension piece is 20 gauge. It's a little bit thinner than I'd actually like. I like to be closer to 18. So it was a little hard to get that in. So actually the MIG welder worked better back here. So probably switch to the MIG again like I did back there, but I'm gonna get set up and start working on the TIG here. Just probably not too exciting stuff to video, but at least you can see kind of how my process was. So I'm gonna get set up and start working. So got everything set up here, as you can see. Put a clamp on here. I mean, this fits pretty tight, but I figured I'll yank it down or whatever to make sure I got a nice fit. So I'm gonna start welding here, where you can see it and things are open. Pop all the clecos out, weld everything together, and just keep moving along. So the plan right now is to get all the sub rails welded in from A pillar, B pillar, all the way to the back of the car, and then from there go ahead and move up to the rest of the structure. So, all right, we'll go ahead and get this welded. last clip there. Got all this rocker welded in. Really happy with that. And I am going to move on to getting the wheel well welded to the sub rail back here. Get set up. I'm going to go ahead and use the MIG on this. Like I said, it seemed to work a little bit better than the TIG with that really thin gauge. Whatever that is, 20 gauge. I think it's definitely a little thinner than I'd like. So, going to take on the MIG on that, and we're going to keep rolling along here, and hopefully, like I said, get all this whole thing spot welded together so I can get it off the frame. All right, so the next step here in getting all this inner structure done is to work on, as you can see, this all this stuff here, all the dimple holes. I got this side done. It's all spot welded in, everything's ready to go. So I did that off camera, and I'll show on this side. I'll set it up. As you can see, I got everything primed and painted behind there. Added the nut or the rib inserts, or nut inserts, whatever you want to call them here. So those brackets can come out and get the wood out when I do the body work. And that's all done up to there. And then these pieces here that I've made. This one here is, I would say that I made this before I started making YouTube videos, but this was, fits in here. So, none of this stuff was, with the car when I got it. So I had to, come up with my own ways to build stuff, or, the best I could to figure out, make it look finished and have support and stuff. So I got that pieces ready to go. They're all painted, and then this is the back piece here, which will replace what would have been wood. And I did that on an earlier video, showing I made all this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these, get the camera set up here on this, and get this stuff in the car and get it all spot welded in. moving forward here. You guys saw in those last two clips, got the piece over the door here. It goes from the A pillar to the B pillar. Got it welded in. A little tricky there because it's just such a short piece, but I think I got it burned in pretty well. Just hard to get that second layer and without destroying the top, but I think I got it pretty well. And as you can see, I kind of fall off a little bit, but it's welded, ground smooth, and in there. And the back piece also. You can see same thing from the B pillar, back C pillar, tying into the wheel well there. So that's all done. And the next piece we're going to do on the video here is get this long dimple piece here, get that in there, get that spot welded in, moving right along here. And once this is done, just the back window left to do, and we should be ready to pop this thing off the frame. All right, as you can see in those last clips, that was a lot of spot welding. I couldn't put it all on here. I mean, it would be hours and hours and hours of me welding, grinding, not that exciting. So anyways, so it is all done, and I'm gonna switch over here now to show you guys. This is all done. And also around the back window is done. Still a couple screws here and there just to kind of hold everything together. I'm not sure if I need to take it back out, but most of it is welded and spot welded in. So, and you can see here, there is no floor yet. And before I take the thing off the chassis, I still wanted to put a couple supports in here, a couple braces, just to make sure nothing moves. I mean, I've been working on this thing for 2 years now, so I just want to make sure that everything stays where it should be. All the bolts are currently out of all the sub rails, the firewall, everything is loose. So I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna jack this thing up, and fingers crossed it comes off the chassis. And this is Friday night right now, and tomorrow I got a bunch of guys coming over here. We're gonna pick this thing up. The trailer's already sitting outside. And well, also you can see motor is out. Everything is, yeah, everything's ready to go, pretty much. So I'm gonna jack this up here now in the video, and hopefully get this thing out here. And it's gonna go to my buddy's house for, I don't know, as long as it takes me to get the chassis all welded up and get it off the table and bring it back here, because obviously my shop is nowhere near the size that it needs to be to put the body anywhere. And it's Ohio in the winter, so it's gonna have to go somewhere. So that's where it's gonna go. And like I said, it's about 2 years to get to this point here. So fingers crossed this all goes well and it actually comes off the body, because it's probably been, excuse me, off the chassis, it's probably been 50, 60 years since this thing has been actually one piece and solid enough to hold its own. So huge step here, guys, and I'm excited to start jacking this thing up, and we'll see what happens. All right, so I guess I'll call that good right there. You can see it's off the chassis and firewall's out. It's stuck in there a little bit, but it's out. So it seems to be holding itself together. And we're going to jack the back up now. So we get this 4x4 underneath here. And we are moving along here. There it is, officially off the frame. First time in who knows how many years. Big step here. And just got sitting up on some 2x4s right now. And tomorrow, when everybody gets here, we're gonna grab a couple more 2x4s and just kind of screw them in there, just so we can make it easy to get off. It doesn't seem too heavy here. I just kind of picked the back up myself, but I just want to make it easy as I can. And we'll get that here up on the video and get this moved to my buddy's house. And that's going to be it for this one. And now I can work on the chassis without the body in the way. What a massive, massive step here. All right, guys, like I do sometimes, I forgot to make a video. So I wanted to make a video and show that, you know, what I had going on here to pull the body, but I completely forgot. I had a bunch of buddies show up today. We got it loaded on the trailer, so I just had to make a little transition here so you guys know what the hell's going on. But got the body loaded up, and as you'll see in the clips coming up, took it to my buddy's house and dropped it off. So now I can work on the chassis.
You gotta go back for no shit. Yeah, this thing came a long way for last time on the trailer. What's that? It came a long way since the last time it was on the trailer. I know. This right here will stay latch, right?
Sure. Never saw it the first day I got it.
He's like, what the fuck is this?
I thought my uncle was the same. Yeah. Pulling in John Thomas's, good buddy of mine for a long time, and this is where the 32 is going to be for the next few months while I get the chassis squared away. You can see, there it is on the trailer back there. I haven't been very good at getting videos of this, but yeah, this is where it's going to be. The Thomas Estates, the mansion. All right, guys, ready?
Yeah. All right, get out of the way, dude. Dude. That's the decision. Over there? I'm good.
Yeah, start right. All right, Jack, you guys want to go first?
Yeah.
You got adjust these up here? Take it over. Let me go that way a little bit.
I got a planner here in my wheel.
Okay, that's good, man.
Good enough right there?
I think so.
Remember the jack stand over, if it's sturdy enough. There. Feel better about that.
Better? Oh, yeah, it's not more steep. Okay, there it is. Next few months. Big thanks to John Thomas. The car will be sitting here in a nice heated garage, and we'll get the chassis together. All right, as you can see, we're back at Ghetto Fab Garage, and the body is now at John's, like you saw there on the last clip. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.